Hey there! Welcome back to my devlogs about creating a zombie slaying and loot gathering roguelite. This time I'll show you the build mode I worked on in the past 3 weeks and also some smaller updates. Let's dive in! To launch the game mode to craft and place buildings, you have to open your journal by pressing the J key. To get new blueprints for items and buildings, you have to discover them in the game world and take a Polaroid picture of them, which will be put in the journal. The basic tent you see here is one of the blueprints you already have in the beginning of the game. The journal also shows you which materials you need. The sprite changes depending on whether you have the required components stored in the Glades storage or not. To be able to craft a proper tent, I also added cloth as a new resource that can be found in the game world. If you click on the tent, the journal disappears and we get a tent that follows the mouse button to where we want to place it. The tiles on the bottom are looking for collisions and let you know if the place is valid for the tent or not. After placing the tent in a valid area, the bottom tiles are deactivated and the components required for the tent are removed from the Glades storage. Also, entering and leaving the build mode triggers a smooth camera zoom in and out, which I really like. To manage craftable objects and the required components for them, I created a JSON file where everything gets stored. It will hopefully make it super easy to add crafting recipes during development. Besides working on the build mode, I also implemented some minor improvements. For example, the loot you can find in trash cans is now more randomized, since we are now also looking for cloth. And I'm currently testing a way to escape the Unity animator help by triggering the animations in code instead of setting parameters for the animator. I only did it for the running of the player so far, but I already like this method so much more. And lastly, I started to work on the Elm Street, which is connected to the Oak Lane through the crossing. The level generator component made it very easy to add this part. So far, the draft of the first building is done and the second one will be added soon. This made me also notice that I have to put some more thought into whether I want to add some sort of transition when going to the next street, but I haven't decided on it yet. So that's it for today's update. With implementing the build mode, I'm a big step closer to finishing the list of basic functionalities I want to include in the first demo for itch.io. Next time, I want to work on the combat system, for example by trying to add particle effects when you hit a zombie, but also improving the enemy detection. But I also want to start to work on the design for Archie, the dog that will play an important role for the player character's development. Thank you for making it this far into this video. Consider leaving a sub if you haven't already. And to close this devlog, here's a video of Gray playing with another puppy. See you next time!